guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. It's Monday. Today I'm going to answer some questions. Obviously, every time I talk about vibrations, people have various questions for me. And then, again, I try to explain to you guys, I'm not a physics teacher. I'm simply share with you what I observe or study so far, right? So I still have room of improvement. So anyway, before I start, so what I try to say is everything I'm sharing with you guys based from my own personal perception of things through, years of studying. But, I'm not an expert to say anything. Therefore, I would just only try my best to share with you. Oh, before I start, my name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Last week, I had this episode about vibration, how vibration impact our life. So sure enough, based on that, many people have questions regarding to vibration. So here, I'm just going to quickly answer all those questions and hope that will make it a little bit more clear for you guys. Someone asked, so if there are people who is very sensitive to other people, always care what other people say, think, or comment. So those type of people, they are not sensitive. they are not sensitive. They simply, the phrase that the person uses in psychology is called codependency. What I try to say is I may not say it's exactly codependency, but what it does is it's a person who is really care about what other people think, say, and do. Most likely they haven't found their core value yet, because if you do find your core value, the chances is harder for other people to influence your decision or mine. You know what I mean? You will not be jumping all over the place just because other people say this and do this, right? Because you are very clear where your core value is. So the chances, if you are very easily influenced, most likely very deep down you're still looking for validations from others. So people like that, they are very easily influenced. Their core values would be very easily influenced. The chances you don't have one, that's why people can tell you this and that, and you would just assume this and that. So I hope that really explain your question. You are not really high sensitive. You call like high sensitive toward vibration. No, but you are sensitive toward people's common behavior, mostly because deep down you're still seeking for validations from somebody. So that somebody can be anybody. Most likely trace back to your childhood, is always there somewhere. So second question is, someone give me an example. If A and V have very similar vibrations, and then when they go into the space, A discover he or she dislike B for whatever reason, doesn't even know why. Is it very likely B would have exactly the same feeling toward B? A. It's like tongue twister. So the chances, yes, if both of their vibration is very similar, then most likely they will have the same feeling toward one another if their vibration don't agree with one another, you know what I mean? But very often it's not like that. It's one would be higher than the other. In this chance, the higher vibration one will most likely influence the lower vibration one. So here, it doesn't matter what higher mean, positive or negative. In this situation, it simply mean someone's vibration is bigger than the others, and is very likely influence the others. So give you an example. If A contain very negative, strong negative energy, while B contain, very strong negative energy, the chances when two of them meet together, it would neutralize it. In B's perspective, we feel, how come I'm a little bit more negative? In A's perspective, we're thinking, how come I'm a little bit more positive? But they will not go influenced by, become like A would not become B, B would not become A. So the best way I can explain this to you guys is assuming that's just one line, right? This is A, this is B. If the vibration is the same, the chances you will see very equivalent vibration, right? But if the A vibration somehow is bigger than B, then you will see how A's vibration will influence B. Why, if B influence, bigger, the vibration is bigger, it will influence A. Anyway, this is just simple example. You can kind of go home and play around with it. How one influencing another, just imagine yourself as a vibration. How you want to influence others, really the best way to do is enhance your own vibration. If you are still easily influenced by somebody, the chance is their vibration somehow somewhat is still bigger than yours. That's why you cannot overcome. So just focus on yourself. One day you will get there. So anyway, that's the third question. Third question is, how is it a way to discover who your what your core value is, and how to slowly secure that value, or sometime when your logic understand where your core value is, but you are easily influenced. In that case, how do you bring yourself back to the centers? That's what I say before. A lot of spiritual journey has everything to do with your self-awareness. Because if you're aware, then you have room to improve. If you're not aware, really, that you don't know where you're going, what are you doing anyway, right? So how do you find your core value? This is going to be a really difficult question, but I'm going to try. Core value is who you are, what you are. I talk about it so many times. Who you are, what you are, or whatever you want to be. Basically is what speak you. You know what I mean? And this value that you really care. Like, let's say I'm an honorable person. That is, everything I say, everything I do, or, think, were based on honorable. If I'm a respectful person, everything I do, think, act, everything would based on this, right? It would not be changed because the person I talk to is somehow lower than me or somehow higher than me. It would not change. If I decide to be a respectful person, I would be respectful all around, even toward the animal, even toward, tree or anything. I would just be who I am. Not because, the person I talk to is my boss, all of a sudden I become more respectful. The person who I talk to is, a servant, all of a sudden I become, less disrespectful. So you know what I mean? So this core value really take you, as everybody's core value is very different, right? Sometimes things mean something, someone important to you may or may not mean anything to another person. You know what I mean? So it really takes you to seek what that core value is. Because once you seek it, if you don't know what it is, the best way to do is look at something that you admire, look at something that you like, what it is, what quality that's in them that make you like them. You know what I mean? In that case, you would use that. English, you have a way called fake it till you make it. Fake it. You know what I mean? So apply that into your life in all area, not just one area, but all area. So it takes what? Self-awareness. You have to realize the word coming out of my mouth, does that speak respectful? If today respectful means something to me, then I have to continue asking, is my behavior speak respectful? You know what I mean? So once you start doing, at the beginning, it feels very tiring. You feel like, everything I do take a lot of work. That before I can just say whatever I say. Now it seems I have to take 3-second digestion to say something before it can burst out of my mouth. What I try to say is, I also mentioned it a long time ago, any habit only take 21 days to embed it in you. So same thing as this, self-awareness, self-coaching or things like that, who you want to be, what your core value is. It only takes you constant practice until one day you realize you don't even have to think about it because it is already you. Once it's already becoming you, then blend another value. You know what I mean? Because what do you try to do? You try to shape who I am, right? Shaping it take time. It's not just 1 day, 2 day job, but it does take time. Take time for you to continue telling yourself what to do, what to be, right? Who you are or what you want to be, basically. So core value springs from self-awareness, what you want to be. And then once you decided, take your reminder personal reminder. Remind yourself all the time. You know what I mean? All the time. Because one day, if you do that every day, all the time, eventually you become you before you even know it. So hopefully that give you a little bit idea what to do. I know based on this we can talk a lot more, but I'm just quickly want to answer the question on Monday. So here, next question people ask, does every chakra, we got 7 chakra, does every chakra have its own vibration? So as long as you figure out who I am, so you can make every chakra vibrate the same, the answer is yes. Before you figure out where your core value is, your chakra will very easily influenced by other elements. That could be, your inner child, or that could be the logic, the way you think. So sometimes if you are a person who is driven by logic, your brain chakra will tend to vibrate a little bit bigger than other chakra. You know what I mean? Sometimes people got hard time speaking out themselves. Their chakra will go a little bit, stuck or not really flow nicely. So understand every chakra in one body is very easily influenced by the society, or how you were raised, what your background is, or whatever it is. Only when you figure out what a core value, which I mentioned in the previous episode, when the core value is secure. Have you guys ever spin? I don't know how to call it in English. You're spinning something and then you got a core, and then it is, it can spin in very balanced way. How the chakra and vibration work just the same. You know what I mean? If you don't find your core, whatever you say, whatever you do, the way you think, the way you feel, will very easily influenced by other elements. But if you are the person who is very clear of who you are, what your core value is, then, you know what I mean? The way you think was based from that. The word you use to speak was based on that core value. The way you feel, the way you sense things were all based on that. So only when your core value is very secure and firm and, clear, that's when you can decide how big a vibration you wanna extend or reach or things like that. That's when you can control such unison. Is that even a word? Like united movement of things, right? Because you then have a core value that speak you, right? And how you want to influence others. So anyway, I hope that can give you guys a little bit idea. Again, I try to squeeze everything in, so I can only give you guys a little bit idea. If you want to know something more detail, as I say, leave it on my Facebook or my website, then I will try to get to it and use one episode to speak that. So how to enhance your self vibration? The same thing. It ties very closely to your self-awareness. As long as you have self-awareness and you can practice it all the time, your core value will eventually get secure. Only when your core value got secure, then you can enhance your vibration. You know what I mean? Because one doesn't have core value will be easily influenced. That is, God can influence you. Demon can influence you. You may or may not know, what is right or wrong, or you will always feel confused. So the best way to do is figure out who this person is. What is this soul trying to achieve? Why am I here, right? Who I am, or what I want to be. Figure that out. Seriously, everything else will become much more easy for you. So somebody asked, does it apply to relationship, man and woman relationship? So how can I create my vibration to attract those people who can be who can love me sincerely? Or how can I use my vibration to change karma? This is a very complicated question, but I hope I can answer this. The vibration does apply into relationship. It's not only men and women. It applies in all relationship. Whatever vibration will attract whatever you are calling. You know what I mean? We're subconsciously calling this. Therefore, we will attract that. If I'm subconsciously looking for calling poor me, poor me, poor me, I basically tell the universe, please send me someone who will treat me poorly so I can feel poor me. You know what I mean? Most of people, they're what they want and what they really believe inside are two different things. So that's why I always suggest you guys to really figure out what's inside, because sometimes people who want money don't really believe they will have money. You know what I mean? So that's a very clear example I can give it to you guys. You have to truly believe it for universe to generate for you, because you have to truly believe that for you to create light vibration. Not because, hey, I want somebody to love me, I want somebody to love me, so someone will just pop out nowhere to love you. It doesn't work that way. You have to truly believe you will be loved before someone can actually show up and love you. So the same thing between two people, I don't care what relationship you have, two people. When two people together, it creates a line. For two people to interact, or what relationship you have, it's based on how your vibration does. So yes, your vibration will decide what kind of person you will attract, right? So how to attract someone who truly loves you? It starts with you have to believe you will be loved. You are loved. You have to really believe that. Only when you really believe I am loved, okay? I don't care who that person is. When people come to you, they will sense it. They will feel the need to love you because you are loved and you truly believe that. So only then you can meet someone like that. You know what I mean? So create the vibration. Start from who you are. Start from who you are. Then you're able to create a vibration to attract the same vibration or equivalent vibration to come close to you. So, but in regard of karma unlikely will be weighed by your own vibration. Why? Because karma usually have a hidden task that you were supposed to learn. So if you want to waive the karma, you know, I have some bad karma and I really want to waive it, the fastest way to do, really the fastest way to do is figure out what that lesson is. Figure out what that lesson is in the karma, in this two relationship. Figure that one out. Learn it from it. Learn from it. Only when you learn that task that was hidden in the karma, you can then free yourself from the karma. So anyway, I hope that answered your question too. Next question. So when the two people in the same space, the person who got influenced based on whose vibration is stronger? Yes, to you. So how to find your core value? I already explained it. I hope that gave you guys a little bit idea. So does the core values means your heart chakra or, you know, great love? Not necessary, right? First, core value is not necessarily what your heart feel, because sometimes your core value decide how your heart will feel. Your heart don't always decide what your core value is. But is that always mean love and a positive thing? Not necessary. As I said, everybody's core value is very different, right? Sometimes people core value is I'm an honest person. Does that mean love? No. That just simply means I'm an honest person. I'm a respectful person. I'm a powerful person. I'm free. You know, it can be anything. So it not necessarily mean love. I have to love everybody. No. But as I say, everybody's different. Take you to figure out what is important to you. What is a value that means something to you and you would like it to be part of you. Okay, so I hope that will explain that. The last question. How come sometimes when some ghosts, you know, when people are surrounded by ghosts, they will have physical discomfort? The reason of that is, again, it's based on vibration. I really hope this will make it easier for you. You know, when one person is used to certain vibration like this, all of a sudden it got influenced, you know, you will feel discomfort. Let's not say, it's not limited just ghosts. Let's say, if I put you, like yesterday we went out for lunch, right? Me and my family went out for lunch. And then all of a sudden, my husband and my daughter sit behind this light. They continue making buzzing sound, like zzz. Well, I did not hear because I sat further, right? But they heard that. And then eventually it created headache for them. You know what I mean? It creates headache for them because it's a vibration or it's an existence that they are not used to or familiar with, right? Therefore, it creates discomfort for them. It's the same thing if you apply to ghosts, or it can be anything. It can be God, can be, demon, can be anything, right? Any existence that you are not comfortable with, and then that may go against what you are comfortable with, will often create discomfort, right? Sometimes, most likely headache. Sometimes it might create back pain, like all of a sudden the vibration continue create heavy weight around your shoulder, then you feel back pain. So it really depends on what vibration approach you and whether you are used or not used to it. Then your body will decide that, hey, there's something that I'm not comfortable with, right? So that's a lot of questions. I hope I answered all the questions. Just quickly give you guys a little bit idea like what it is, and then hopefully that will answer some question you have. And again, I understand this is a really, complicated topic. So if you guys have any more question that you want me to detail about it, then leave it on my Facebook. I see what I can do. You know what I mean? I see what I can do. I don't want to always talk about this, but I will see what I can do. So again, if you like what I'm doing, you're more than welcome to join me on my Facebook broadcasting, or go to subscribe my YouTube channel, or go to my website, ruowen. Till then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.